Good morning. It's September 30, 2024. We're critiquing the news. The item on your screen is from the Cairns Post and it's titled Calls to Prevent Another Disaster. To quote from the story, a leading academic is building a case to undertake a weather modelling study that would take into account future changes to the climate as he predicts an increase in the frequency of severe events. Unbelievable. 42 years on from the start of the catastrophic man-made global warming climate change script, the same tired old dogma is being flogged out yet again. There are dozens of mainstream institutions with dozens of climate models. No two have ever agreed, and none have ever come close to predicting the climate. So much for settled science. Not even the top 50 climate predictions that were used by governments to ratchet up taxation, regulation and government powers have come close to being realised. But anyway, this particular story is about flooding on the Barron River Delta, the Barron River floodplains in fact, which were a pretty bad idea to build on. I mean, rivers have always flooded. The people that built there were told by the local Aboriginal tribes that the area flooded, but they built there anyway. Councils approved it. And because the experts told us that it was never going to rain again, the dams would never fill and the rivers would never flow, and therefore councils relaxed the building restrictions on floodplains, and all of a sudden all these people are getting flooded out. But that's because of climate change. You've got to be kidding me. But you know what would mitigate flooding on the Barron River Delta and every other river floodplain would be deepening the river channel, taking the debris out, dredging out the sand. But do we hear one mention of dredging or deepening the riverbed from this expert? Well, no, we didn't. I guess that's probably not going to lead to more funding, right? So experts who tell scary stories that cause our gullible and unintelligent politicians to give them grants to keep telling scary stories have a conflict of interest that cannot be ignored. They've destroyed public trust in the expert class, and they're enabling our government to grow into unmanageable monsters. Since we're approaching an election, how about the Labor and Liberal parties tell us how much money that they've taken from us to fight climate change and how many degrees of global cooling they've achieved with that money? That'd show the extent of the fraud.